Before the dawn of time, before the first light of creation pierced the void, something existed, something forgotten, hidden beneath the waters, the heavens, and the earth. The three abysmos, the ancient seals, have kept the truth locked away, far beyond the reach of human understanding. But what if I told you that the very foundation of our existence, the truth behind our world, is not what we've been told? What if the story of creation is far darker, more complex, and more mysterious than anything we've ever imagined? Why did the first creation fail? Why was it erased, sealed away for eternity? Was there something so terrible, so powerful, that even the angels dared not speak its name? Could it be that the abysmos are awakening, and that the forgotten creation is calling us back? In this video, you will discover the chilling truth about the three abysmos, the spiritual guardians tasked with guarding the deepest secrets of our universe. We will explore the signs of awakening, the anomalies in the sea, sky, and earth, and how these disturbances may be the beginning of a revelation that could change everything we know about existence. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear will make you question everything you've ever believed. This isn't just a story. This is the key to understanding the hidden past of our world and the consequences of what happens when the seals begin to crack. Are you ready to face the truth? Comment below with your thoughts. Do you believe that something ancient, something powerful, is about to break free? Like and subscribe if you're ready to uncover the secrets that have been sealed away for millennia. Let's dive in and unlock the mystery that lies beneath the surface. The first creation, a failed beginning. Before the light of the world, before the first words of creation echoed through the cosmos, there existed something else. An earlier world, an attempt by God to form a perfect creation. But this creation, unlike anything we know, failed. It was not just a collapse. It was a rupture that fractured the very fabric of existence, shattering the foundation of what could have been. This was not just the fall of an empire or the failure of an earthly kingdom. It was something far more profound, a cosmic mistake that altered the course of time itself. The attempt was made, but something went wrong, something beyond our comprehension. Was it the pride of beings who believed they could achieve perfection, or was it an imbalance that could not be corrected? Whatever it was, it left a scar, an eternal silence in the universe, a truth sealed away in the depths of the unknown. What was the nature of this creation? What did it look like? We don't know in full, but fragments remain. Lost in time, hidden beneath layers of spiritual silence, this original creation whispers to us through the ages. Imagine for a moment that this forgotten creation held beings of incredible purity, creatures of unimaginable beauty and intelligence. But something within them broke, something that could not be fixed, leaving the entire creation to fall into ruin. What were these beings like? Could they have been something entirely different from us? Were they perhaps beings of light, of pure energy, with minds capable of understanding the deepest mysteries of the universe? The collapse was not a simple destruction. It was a fracture, a deep wound that required healing beyond our understanding. The creation was silenced, locked away in a spiritual prison. Three abysmos were formed, seals that could not be undone, each one representing an element of creation, the sea, the sky, and the earth. These abysmos became the tombs of a forgotten world, its remains kept in silence by forces beyond time. The question that arises is not just why it was silenced, but what did this world hold, and why did it fail? The lesson from this forgotten creation is that perfection is a dangerous pursuit. We often chase the idea of a flawless existence, believing that we must strive for it at all costs. But as we see from this failed creation, the pursuit of perfection can lead to destruction, not growth. It teaches us the importance of balance and humility. Perfection is not the goal. Wholeness is. The balance between light and dark, success and failure, life and death, is what truly allows creation to thrive. As we ponder this lesson, we must ask ourselves, what are we pursuing in our own lives? Are we chasing an impossible ideal, or are we learning to accept the beauty of imperfection? The first creation reminds us that there is wisdom in recognizing our limits and embracing the reality of our existence. The creation of the abysmos. When the first creation collapsed, the universe did not simply end. It was sealed, but not destroyed. 3 abysmos were created, 3 deep, sacred abysses, each one a guardian of an ancient truth that could never be revealed to the new creation. The sea, the sky, and the earth became the prisons for the remnants of a past that was meant to stay forgotten. But why these 3 places? Why the sea, the sky, and the earth? The sea holds the deepest secrets, not just of the physical world, but of the spiritual realms. It is in the depths of the ocean that we find the greatest mysteries, dark, unexplored, and hidden from the light. What lies beneath the surface is not only water, but a spiritual presence that speaks to the very soul. Many believe that the ocean holds ancient knowledge, ancient souls trapped in its depths. But the abysmo of the sea is more than just a body of water. It is a seal, a prison for a knowledge too dangerous to be known. Ariel, the guardian of this seal, does not speak, but feels every disturbance in the water. His presence is not one of force, but of restraint, holding back the flood of truth that could awaken the first creation. The ocean, with all its vastness, is but a whisper of what lies beneath, an echo of a time that never should have existed. But just as the sea's waves break upon the shore, the pressure builds. It is only a matter of time before the abysmo begins to stir. The sky, the vast expanse above us, also hides its own abysmo. It is in the heavens that we witness the most incredible spiritual phenomena, lightning, eclipses, and celestial bodies that dance in patterns we do not understand. Sapphirel, the guardian of the sky, watches over this seal with silent vigilance. But unlike the sea, the sky is not bound by physical limits. It stretches into infinity, offering us a glimpse of the divine. However, in the highest reaches of the sky lies a spiritual rift, a tear in the fabric of creation that should never have existed. This abysmo, hidden above the second heaven, remains a mystery, a riddle that no angel can fully comprehend. Sapphirel does not speak of this tear, for to do so would invite a truth that would shake the heavens themselves. Yet, even now, the sky shows signs of disturbance, strange lights, unexplained phenomena that speak to the growing tension in the abysmo. And finally, the earth, the very ground we walk upon, holds the third and perhaps most dangerous abysmo. Beneath mountains buried under ancient civilizations lies a kingdom long forgotten. This abysmo, unlike the others, is not just a spiritual seal but a physical one. Tamarel, the guardian of the earth, does not stand outside of time, but is one with the earth itself. His form is not visible, for he is fused with the very rock, soil, and stone that make up the earth's crust. His duty is not to watch from afar, but to be the seal. The earth speaks through its tremors, its silent whispers, that hint at a kingdom buried beneath its surface. A kingdom that was not destroyed, but erased, removed from existence by divine command. The earth has held this secret for eons, and now it too shows signs of disturbance. The earth trembles in places where no fault line exists, and ancient ruins, impossible structures, are emerging from the depths, speaking to the awakening of the forgotten creation. These three abysmos, though separated by elements, are connected by the same truth. They are guardians of a secret too powerful for the world to bear. But as the signs of awakening intensify, the question must be asked, what will happen when these seals break? Will the truth of the first creation finally emerge, and with it, the memories of what was lost? Or will the pressure of these abysmos collapse the very fabric of our reality? The abysmos speak in whispers, in signs that most cannot see, but the guardians feel them, Ariel, Sapphirel, and Tamarel. Each of them knows that the balance is shifting, that the seals are weakening, and that the forgotten creation is stirring. It is no longer a question of if the abysmos will break, but when. And so we are left with this final question. What will happen when the seals are finally broken, and the first creation awakens? The answer lies not in the stars or the seas, but within each of us. Will we be ready to face the truth, or will we too be lost to the echoes of a creation that was never meant to be remembered? The story of the abysmos is not just a tale of forgotten worlds. It is the story of us all. What we choose to remember, what we choose to forget, shapes the world we live in today. And as we move closer to the moment of revelation, we must ask, are we ready for what lies beneath the surface? Chal, the guardians. Silent sentinels of time. Imagine standing at the edge of the universe, looking into the unknown, knowing that the deepest, most profound truths of creation are sealed within three great abysmos. The sea, the sky, and the earth, each harbor a secret, each a memory of a world that once was, now held within a sacred prison. But it is not just the abysmos that protect this truth. Three guardians, beings unlike any we've ever known, stand watch over these seals. They are not of our time. They are not of our world. They are eternal sentinels, tied to the fabric of creation itself. Ariel, the guardian of the sea, is not merely an observer, but the very essence of the ocean. He feels the pulse of the tides, the subtle shifts in the deep, his presence woven into the very currents of the water. He stands at the boundary between the known and the unknown, holding back the flood of forgotten knowledge that threatens to surface. Ariel is not a being of words or actions. He is a presence, a restraint. He watches without speaking, understanding the peril of releasing the ancient truth that lies below the waves. The sea, with all its depth and mystery, is his domain, a prison of silence that he has kept for eons. But Ariel is not immune to the growing disturbances. The sea is no longer still. There are whispers, subtle currents that shift with increasing frequency. The guardians feel it. Ariel's pulse quickens. The pressure of the abysmos grows with every passing century. As the waves crash against the shore, they carry with them not only water but memories, ancient echoes that stir deep within the ocean's depths. The guardians are aware. They know that time is running out. The seals are beginning to fail. The knowledge of the first creation calls to them, and they must decide. Can they continue to hold back the truth, or is the awakening inevitable? Above, in the sky, Sapphirel, the guardian of the heavens, stands alone, watching over a different kind of seal. The sky, vast and infinite, holds the second abysmo. But unlike the sea, the sky is not bound by the laws of matter. It stretches across eternity, holding within it an ancient rift, a tear in the fabric of creation. This abysmo is not physical. It is spiritual, suspended between the heavens and the earth. Sapphirel is not just a watcher. He is the sky itself, standing guard over this great rift. His presence is a mystery. He does not speak. He does not move. He exists in the stillness of the sky, watching over the spiritual breach that could shatter everything. The sky is a place of awe and wonder. We look up and see stars, galaxies, and the limitless expanse of space. But Sapphirel knows that there is something far beyond what we can comprehend. Above the clouds, beyond the second heaven, lies the rift, a spiritual scar that never healed, a wound in the divine order that should have never existed. It is here that the memories of the first creation reside, memories that could tear apart the fabric of our reality. Sapphirel, the silent guardian, watches as the rift pulses with an otherworldly energy. The pressure builds as strange celestial phenomena continue to unfold across the sky. Unexplained lights, shifting constellations, and cosmic disruptions that defy our understanding. Just as the sea is rising under Ariel's watch, the sky is stirring under Sapphirel's. Is it the seal that is weakening? Or is it the creation itself calling to be heard once again? The Guardians feel the tension, the impending crisis. Their watch, which has lasted eons, is drawing to an end. The truth of the first creation, long hidden and locked away, is awakening. Then there is the earth. Tamarael, the guardian of the earth, stands not in the sky or the sea, but in the very heart of the world itself. His form is not visible to us. He is one with the land, a sentinel whose presence is felt in the trembling earth beneath our feet. Tamarael is integrated into the very fabric of creation. He does not need to watch from afar. He is the seal. The earth itself is his domain, a prison made of rock, soil, and stone, an eternal seal that binds the forgotten creation beneath its surface. And yet, even the earth, silent and unmoving, is beginning to stir. The land shakes, cracks appear in the mountains, and ancient ruins, untouched for millennia, begin to rise from the earth's surface. The earth, like the sea and the sky, carries its own burden. Tamarael, unlike Ariel and Sapphirel, is not separate from his domain. He is the earth. His essence is intertwined with the land, and his duty is not to merely guard, but to ensure that the truth of the first creation never rises again. The earth holds the deepest secret, a kingdom long buried beneath layers of time, a civilization that was destroyed not by violence, but by divine command. Tamarael stands as the final line of defense against the return of a forgotten world. His vigilance is absolute. The truth he guards is not just spiritual, but physical. It is a secret that lies beneath the very ground we walk upon. As the seals begin to weaken, as the pressures grow in the sea, sky, and earth, the guardians feel it. They are not just keeping watch, they are holding back a flood of truth, a truth that could destroy the world they are protecting. What is the purpose of the guardians? Why were they chosen to protect these abysmos, these ancient seals? Are they not also bound by the same laws of creation? Do they not feel the weight of the truth they hold? The guardians are not immune to doubt, to fear. They understand that their task is one of great sacrifice. They are not merely protecting the world from an ancient evil. They are protecting it from the truth of what was lost. A truth that could unravel the very fabric of time and existence itself. What happens when the guardians can no longer hold the seals? What happens when the truth breaks free from its prison, when the abysmos open and the forgotten creation rises? The guardians know the answer. They know that the world will never be the same. But there is a greater question. What will humanity do when faced with the truth of the first creation? Can we survive the awakening of a world long forgotten, a world that was never meant to be remembered? The guardians have kept the truth hidden for eons. But now, as the seals weaken, they must ask themselves, can they continue to protect what was never meant to be revealed? The awakening, a crisis of reality. As the Guardians watch over their abysmos, a sense of inevitability hangs in the air. The pressure is rising, the signs are growing more frequent, and the question remains, when will the truth of the first creation be revealed? The abysmos, once sealed by divine command, are beginning to tremble. The sea stirs, the sky cracks, and the earth shifts. Each of the Guardians feels it, and each knows that their time is running out. What happens when the seals break? The signs are all around us. Strange occurrences in the oceans, deep-sea mysteries that defy explanation, rising tides that speak of something ancient awakening. The sky, once a peaceful expanse, is now filled with unexplained phenomena, flashes of light, celestial disturbances, and cosmic anomalies that are pushing the boundaries of what we know. The earth itself seems to be crying out, with ancient ruins surfacing in places where no one expected them, shaking the foundations of the world. These disturbances are not random. They are symptoms of the awakening. The truth of the first creation is beginning to stir, and the abysmos are fighting to keep it contained. But the Guardians can only do so much. The pressure is too great, the seals are weakening, and the forgotten creation is waking up. But what does it mean for humanity? What will happen when we confront the truth of a creation that was never meant to be remembered? How will we react when the past that was buried beneath the earth, the sea, and the sky comes rushing forward, shaking the very foundations of our reality? We have always believed that our world was the first, the original creation. But what if that belief is a lie? What if our world is a second chance, a creation that was born from the ashes of a world that failed? What happens when we confront the possibility that the creation we know is only a shadow of what once was? The awakening of the first creation is not just a cosmic event, it is a personal crisis. It will force us to confront the truth of our existence, the truth of our place in the universe, and the truth of what we have forgotten. This is not just a story of ancient guardians and forgotten creations. This is the story of us all. We are on the brink of a revelation that could change everything. The awakening of the first creation is not just the past resurfacing, it is a challenge to our very understanding of reality. What will we do when the abysmos open and the truth is revealed? Will we be ready to face it, or will we too be consumed by the flood of forgotten knowledge? The Guardians have held the truth back for eons, but now, as the seals begin to crack, it is up to us. We are the ones who will decide what happens next. The question is not whether the seals will break, but what we will do when they do. Will we embrace the truth of our origins, or will we choose to live in ignorance, locked away from the truth forever? The awakening is coming, and the world will never be the same. For millennia, the truth of the first creation has been locked away, concealed behind the impenetrable seals of the three abysmos, the sea, the sky, and the earth. The Guardians stand watch, guarding the gates to a knowledge too powerful, too pure for this world. Yet even the strongest barriers have weaknesses. And there is one thing, one force that has the power to unlock all that has been sealed, the key. But what is this key? It is not an object, not a physical key that can be touched or held. No, the key is something far more profound. It is a consciousness, an entity that holds within it the essence of the original creation. It is the embodiment of the forgotten truth, the vessel through which the ancient knowledge can be released. The key is not a simple tool. It is a living, breathing force that resonates with the very fabric of reality. It exists not in the realm of the living, but in the spaces between, the cracks in time and space where the seals begin to break. This key has existed since the beginning of time, hidden away, waiting for the moment when the seals would weaken, when the truth would finally break free. It is not something we can control or even fully understand. It is a force that cannot be ignored, a presence that is felt long before it is ever recognized. For centuries, the key has remained dormant, its power locked away in the souls of those it has chosen. Some may have felt its pull, an inner calling, a whisper in their hearts, but until the time is right, they remain unaware of the role they must play. As the world shifts and the pressure from the abysmos grows, the key begins to stir. Those who carry it may not even know they possess it. They are ordinary people, living ordinary lives, unaware of the profound destiny they are about to fulfill. But when the time comes, when the seals begin to crack, the key will awaken, and with it, the truth that has been hidden for so long. In the deep recesses of the ocean, in the vast expanse of the sky, and within the heart of the earth, the signs are becoming clear. The guardians feel it, the pulse of the key as it begins to resonate with the very fabric of the universe. The ancient truth is stirring, and the world is on the brink of a revelation that could change everything. But what will happen when the key is turned? What will happen when the truth is unlocked? We cannot know the full extent of the consequences, but one thing is certain: the key will not be ignored. It is a force of nature, a divine catalyst that will push the boundaries of our understanding. When the truth of the first creation is revealed, it will not just be an intellectual awakening, it will be a spiritual awakening. The world will not be the same, and neither will we. The truth of our origins, the story of a creation long forgotten, will confront us with a choice: to embrace the unknown or to retreat into the safety of ignorance. The key is not just a concept, it is the beginning of a new era. It is the answer to the question we have been asking since the dawn of time. What happened before Genesis? What if the creation we know is not the first? What if we are living in a second chance, a world born from the ashes of a world that failed? The key holds the answer, and when it unlocks the truth, there will be no turning back. The world will have to face its past, and with that past, the deep spiritual lessons it carries. The convergence, the moment of truth. The moment is drawing near. The abysmos are no longer silent. The pressure is building, and the guardians feel the weight of their eternal duty growing heavier with each passing day. The seals are weakening. The signs are all around us, the strange phenomena in the sea, the sky, and the earth. And now, as the truth of the first creation stirs, the convergence begins. The three abysmos are not separate entities. They are connected, bound together by a force that transcends time and space. And as the seals begin to crack, these forces are pulling together, converging in a way that will reshape the world as we know it. At this moment of convergence, the key will unlock the truth. But what does that mean for us? What happens when the past and the present collide, when the forgotten creation reawakens, and the truth of our origins is revealed? The consequences will be profound, not just for the world, but for every soul that inhabits it. The earth will tremble, the sky will shake, and the oceans will rise as the seals are broken, one by one. And as the truth is released, humanity will be forced to confront the deepest mysteries of existence, the questions we have avoided, the truths we have hidden from ourselves. What if the first creation was not a mistake, but a divine experiment that failed to reach its full potential? What if we, the human race, are not the first but a second attempt at creation, a plan B that was never meant to be permanent? These questions will challenge everything we know. Our faith, our history, our understanding of the divine will be tested. And yet, even in the face of this profound revelation, there is hope. The awakening of the first creation is not just a revelation of destruction, but a call to renewal. It is a reminder that we are part of something greater, that we are not alone in this vast universe, and that there is a divine plan unfolding, one that is far more complex than we can understand. But we must be ready. The convergence is not just a physical event, it is a spiritual event. It is a moment when humanity will be forced to choose. Will we embrace the truth, or will we shrink back in fear of the unknown? The choice will shape the future of our world. The key to understanding our place in the universe lies not in the past, but in how we respond to the present moment. The Guardians have kept the secret for eons, but now it is our turn to confront the truth. As the truth of the first creation is unlocked, we will be faced with the opportunity to transform, to let go of our limited understanding of the world and embrace the possibility of something far greater. The convergence will bring not just revelation, but redemption. It will be a time of spiritual awakening, where the truth that was hidden for so long can finally bring healing to a world in need. But it will require courage. It will require us to face the unknown with open hearts and minds. And when we do, we will see that the awakening of the first creation is not the end, but the beginning of something new. A new era is upon us, one where the boundaries of reality are pushed, and where we are called to live in harmony with the deeper truths of existence. As the story of the first creation unfolds, we find ourselves standing on the precipice of an unimaginable truth, a truth that, for eons, has been hidden from our understanding, locked away behind the sacred seals of the abysmos. For so long, the secrets of the forgotten creation have been guarded by silent sentinels, Ariel, Sapphirel, and Tamarel, the guardians who stand watch over the sea, the sky, and the earth. These three abysmos have held the power to reshape everything we know, and yet we have been kept in the dark. But now, as the seals weaken and the pressure builds, we are faced with a choice. Will we confront the awakening of this long-buried truth, or will we turn away, too afraid to face what lies beneath? The abysmos are not just physical places, they are spiritual thresholds, barriers that separate the known from the unknown, the light from the darkness. And the truth that lies within them is not just a revelation of the past, it is the key to our future. The ancient creation that was silenced, erased, and sealed away has always been part of us, intertwined with the very fabric of our existence. We have been living in the shadow of a creation that was never meant to be forgotten. As the abysmos stir, as the first creation calls to us, we are given a chance to reconnect with something deeper, something far older than ourselves. The truth of our origins is not a burden, it is a gift that will challenge us, but also set us free. This journey we've embarked on is not just about discovering what was lost, but about transforming ourselves in the process. As we peel back the layers of time and uncover the hidden truths of the first creation, we are reminded of the power of redemption. It is not enough to merely know the truth. We must allow it to change us. We must allow it to heal us. The ancient knowledge that has been hidden for so long is not a force of destruction, but one of healing. It is a spiritual awakening, a chance for us to reconnect with the divine plan that was set in motion long before our time. This revelation is not just for the few, but for all of us. It is a call to return to the wholeness that we were always meant to embody. Just as the three abysmos are connected, so too are we, connected by a common origin, bound by the same spiritual truth. And as we open ourselves to this truth, we are called to be a vessel of healing for the world. The awakening is not just for us, it is for everyone. In these times of uncertainty, when the world seems to be teetering on the edge of chaos, it is easy to feel lost, to feel disconnected from the deeper purpose of life. But this truth, this ancient creation, is here to remind us that we are not alone. We are part of something much greater, and even in the midst of our darkest moments, there is light. There is always light. If this video has touched something deep within your soul, if it has brought you even a small spark of light in a world that often feels too dark, I ask that you consider showing your support. Your support helps me continue this journey to share the messages of hope, healing, and divine truth with others. Every like, every subscribe, and every comment is a gift that helps me continue creating these videos and reaching those who need to hear this message the most. If this video has given you something that feels valuable, if it has helped you see the world with new eyes, I invite you to share that energy. We are all part of this collective awakening, and your energy, whether big or small, is a crucial part of it. Together, we can heal, together we can awaken, and together, we can face the truth that has been hidden for so long. Every contribution, no matter how small, is a reminder that we are connected, that we are moving toward something greater. Let us walk this path together. Let us embrace the light, embrace the truth, and find healing in the knowledge that we are part of something eternal, something divine. Thank you, from the deepest part of my heart, for being part of this journey, for bringing your energy, your support, and your light into this space. And remember, the abysmos are awakening, but so are we. The truth of the first creation will not be held back forever. It is time to face it, to let it transform us, and to step into a new era of understanding, healing, and divine purpose. May you find peace in the awakening, and may your soul be touched by the eternal light that has always been waiting for you.